Yo, 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 yo.
Yeah,
So quiet in here, man.
I'm saving the last pieces of my voice for the brew, bro.
Respect.
Weren't able to hear me before,
No, bro.
so I just did the whole intro again, and no one was able to hear me.
Hey, yo.
What is this happening, man? I have no idea.
The
Every
worst nightmare of the hosts.
bro, it's every time I join the stage, like that I create the stage, people are not able to hear me, and there's no way for me to find out. Next time I'm checking, bro, if everyone can hear me all right. I used to do
Yeah,
that before.
you use it
Oh, yeah, I
on
was
the
gonna
town
say,
halls
you used
days.
to do that, yeah.
I used to do that before, man. Um, but yeah, and now people say that they can hear me loud and clear. So welcome everyone to the Atlas Brew. I'll do the introduction again, but welcome to the Atlas Brew number 90. Wow, that's actually a lot of episodes. We're trying to catch up still with the Metaverse Nomads. They're well over 100, um, but yeah.
That's
um,
crazy.
Today we will be speaking and chatting about community updates. That means that we will have community projects presenting, people that reached out to us to share what they have been working on. And as you know, like anyone can just DM us and we'll let you share what you have been working on for the Star Atlas community. As always, it needs to be Star Atlas focused. It needs to have a clear explanation on why that's value to Star Atlas and the community as well, because that's what the community wants to see. And we also have some noteworthy news before we get on the main topic. But today we have, I think we have three projects presenting, and we have a couple shout outs as well for other people that have been building heavy in the Star Atlas community. So we'll have Shadow Legacy presenting about their bot they have been building, the automation tool they have been building. We have Zoe AR. They will be sharing some insights on the sorry, not wallet. It's the Chrome extension that they have been working on, which enhances the Sage Labs experience. There's also AFIA giving us an update on what they have been working on regarding their collection, and they also have a pretty cool challenge for the community. It's a writing competition. I don't want to spoil everything before we get on it. Um, then we have, as I said, some things that we feel should be shared of other projects that didn't reach out to present, but that we saw in the community. And if anyone has anything that you think we're missing, as always, please let us know. With that said, I think we can get started here. Uh, we can maybe get started with there was an analysis published by Paul Baron on the sentiment index for Web3 gaming projects, which predicts that Star Atlas is gonna be doing well in terms of community, and it's the project in market sentiment index in 2023 with the best indicator. And they get a little bit here on details on the different growth metrics that they see for. I think this is Twitter numbers in comparison. So that's a pretty cool analysis that they did, and we felt like it was cool to share with the
And
community.
yeah, it's thanks to the community, right, that we have those numbers. So nothing fairer than that.
Like that, I could have told them that.
Feels good, man.
Man. But yeah, we wanted to share that one. Always, Paul Baron always has some really nice coverage for Star Atlas, so we respect Paul Baron. Shout out to Paul Baron. Also, we wanted to touch a little bit on the marketplace volume that has been going on in the Star Atlas ecosystem, which is pretty wild. We had close to $1 million in just this week alone. I think we will be well over that after we finish this week from how the volume is looking like in the marketplace. But we had a day, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Dom and Jose, but it was $275,000 in volume in just one day.
Yep, $275,540. Oof.
Sheesh.
Sheesh. We're back.
That's a good number, man.
Yeah,
Pretty
Feels good to
number.
say it. Feels good to say it.
it feels damn good to say it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, we wanted to share the news on that, and also I see a question about the Irish for the people who bought the Rayfam. Should be dropping this week. We need to check the exact date with the engineers, but should be happening this week. So don't worry if you bought the Irish, you should be if you bought the Rayfam, you should be receiving the Irish actually pretty soon. Another thing that we wanted to cover is a tweet that just came out. Um, I think today, a couple hours ago, 1.5 hours ago, from Anatoly. Star Atlas is the most important game in Web3. It's do or die for them to make a AAA game work with crypto native mechanics. What's awesome is that the team is constantly shipping and iterating, which is the opposite approach of traditional big game studio development. It's also the only approach I can imagine working in Web3 as narratives and memes change every month. So, as Jose is saying in the chat, Anatoly is a bro.
Bro, best bro.
this is a great tweet. I really like this tweet. Um,
It comes from
because
the
there's
heart.
there's so many things we're doing differently from traditional gaming studios, and especially with crypto and how much of blockchain technology we're trying to implement in our game. Um, I've seen other people say it, but it feels like other games kind of go this like almost 2.5 Web 2.5 route, where the really the only blockchain thing they have is kind of just on chain NFT skins or something along those lines. And we're taking it to almost like Web 4.0. It kind of feels like we're doing some crazy stuff with it. So yeah, I mean, really appreciate Tolly's comments here. I think they're really spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
man.
the fact that Star Atlas is building growing peer-to-peer economy is also something to highlight. But everyone
Yep.
knows that already if you're here in the Atlas Brew.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
certainly good to have like people like Anatoly seeing our efforts. He is also a very serious builder, building the whole Solana blockchain. So yeah, it feels good to be on the same boat as this kind of person.
Yep. Feels
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah. What else? What else do we have? Oh yeah, did the post go out on minor announcements though?
No.
I see Chris typing.
Let him cook, man.
We're letting Chris cook, but there's an update, a little update coming from the econ side of things. It's just an analysis on the current situation with the Atlas price going up and how that is impacting the Star Atlas economy. Nothing to worry about. I see an comment.
Yeah, no, 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 don't
No.
get anxious, young. It's everything's under control.
Yeah. No.
Don't
I
worry.
think
Just
That's
an
just
analysis.
analysis. Just
maybe
analysis.
we could talk about this for just a second. Like with things like our economy is really starting to take shape. Things are starting to be really unique. Things can change. Things don't change. I like things can become volatile. Things are non-volatile, and I think there's just so many things that are happening in our economy that I think it's really cool that we can have Chris come out and be like, here's like kind of like here's what's going on in our economy right now. And I'm not going to say anything specific about what we're going to do, but we are thinking about things to do with Chris to keep you guys more updated on the economy more often, because I think it's needed, especially now when our economy is really starting to take shape.
It's a big part of the Star Atlas ecosystem, right? It's part of what we were mentioning before. And a lot of people enjoy just the economic gameplay. So I posted the link on the chat here in the amphitheater chat for the Atlas Brew 91, where Chris will be coming on stage as well with us, and we'll be covering just an overall update on the Atlas economy and how our economists are watching how everything is developing here in the Atlas ecosystem. So yeah, I see a question when the physical copy of the graphic novel will be dropped. That's at the end, at the very end of all the episodes. So still some time, still some time. But other than that, did I miss anything, Tom, Jose?
No, think you got it.
No. Yep.
Okay, so let's go to the main topic for today, which is community updates. As I said, we have different projects presenting today. Just a disclaimer before we get into that. None of these projects are endorsed or audited by the Atlas team. The team is just providing a space for them to present to the community. And the community, of course, has to make the decisions to engage with these projects and products, doing their own research and at their own risk. Um, that said, we have some really cool projects presenting today. I think first we'll have Shadow Legacy with Groove coming to stage. So I will invite Groove to stage to speak first. GM
Hello?
Groove, how are you doing, friend?
Groove GM, man.
You guys hear me all right?
Yep, we a little low if you can maybe turn that up. Maybe I should turn you up actually.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah,
There
whatever
we
you
go.
want to do. Is that good now?
Yeah,
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 sound good.
we can hear you.
All right, perfect. I think if I can share out, right?
Yep,
Yep, go for it, man.
All right. Yeah, I'll start there. I'll just share out my screen here.
let's do that.
Pardon the mess. I'm just gonna share out my whole screen. Um, so, what we're talking about is a tool that my guild we rebranded. We're Shadow Loyal, but still Sly.
Okay, okay,
So we're Shadow Loyal. We built this tool to try to give back to the community, hopefully make everyone's lives a little bit easier, and hopefully add some or showcase a little bit of additional functionality that is possible due to the amazing job that the SA team did in developing all of these programs. So everything is open source. It's available here on our GitHub. And there's a few other tools in there if you wanted to look around, but this is the most relevant one right now, Lab Assistant. Um, One of our members was nice enough to take it upon himself to make some cool graphics, so we've got that going for us. And one thing that I want to mention up front before I really get into everything, uh, everything that we've developed, it's all very much community based. We have several people that have provided code and direct input for the actual development. We've got several people that have provided resources and as far as like testing and suggestions and recommendations, things like that. We've got the graphics input as well. So this is not just a solo show. We've got several people helping us out. So kudos. I just kind of wanted to send a shout out to everybody that has been involved. All right, now getting into it. So this is all based on client-side JavaScript. It runs in your browser. You control the code. No code executes unless you authorize it to execute, basically. So the code is available here. It's pretty big. We're over 3,000 lines of code in here now, so it would
wow.
be kind of a pain to audit, unfortunately. Um, the one feature that I'm going to talk about first is the newest, and that is an implementation of player profiles. So Sage has an npm package, and you can browse the folders in the npm package. I don't know if everybody knew that, but one of the libraries within this package is permissions. So this gives all the context that we need to actually implement and utilize these permissions. So I want to make that clear as well. We didn't create this permission system. Star Atlas did. We're just using it. So that's all the source code there. Um, all right. So as far as how it works, right? So what we're trying to do, I'm logged in with my let's call this my main account. Okay, Shadow Loyal up here. Starts with EWLF. Um, I don't want you guys to be intimidated by my massive single air bike fleet. So yeah, just take it easy. It's all right. So this is my one fleet here, right, called For Science, and I think we're all familiar with this. We've all seen how Labs works and everything. So what I want to do is I have a second account over here on my Soulflare wallet. There's just a like a burner Soulflare account. This Soulflare account has not interacted with Labs at all. If I were to try to, yeah, you see, like I have to, I haven't even accepted like the agreement or anything on here. So it hasn't interacted with Labs at all. It's just there. What I want to do is set things up so that my Soulflare account can control my fleet. So that way I don't have to connect with my ledger to interact with Sage. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So the way that we do that is through the Lab Assistant. These are the extra little buttons that Lab Assistant adds right up here. I'll go into config and I'll click this button. That's add restricted account. And I just need to copy. This is just my public key for that burner account. Okay, so I'm going to drop that public key in here and click add account. So this is going to prompt me to authorize this transaction, right? So from my main account, I have to authorize it. No, I can't just do this willy-nilly. Somebody has to authorize this addition. So I'm authorizing this burner account to interact with my Sage account. Hopefully that makes sense. It can get a little confusing, so stop me if
I'm keeping
stuff
up so
doesn't.
far. I'm keeping up so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
All
far,
right.
so good.
Okay, good. So, so that's that. Now I'm gonna jump over to my Soulflare account. Okay, this is the one that I just added. If I refresh, and if we give Lab Assistant just a couple seconds, it says wait up here. Hopefully, normally it takes about a minute or so. If all goes well, that'll connect, and I'll get this will change to start. There we go. So that changes to start. Now, if I go into config, this is that same fleet that's on my other account. So now I can, through Lab Assistant, interact with this fleet. So let's just say I wanted it to scan. The downside is Lab Assistant can communicate with the fleets, but it doesn't provide a whole lot of feedback right now. All of the feedback is through this status window, and Labs itself doesn't support profiles in this same way. So if I tried to launch, I still couldn't connect because Labs is trying to use this this account. It doesn't recognize the profiled account. So if I want to monitor things through the Labs UI, I still have to come back over here. So I can see right now that this fleet is at these coordinates, right? Negative 40, 30, because Oni is awesome. So that's where I live. So I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna set up it. Also, obviously, this won't do anything, right? Because there's nothing to scan for at the central space station, but just for demo purposes, right? So I'm gonna set it up to scan. I set the coordinates that I want to scan at. This is a kind of a newer feature. Whenever you scan, after the scan is complete, you get a response back from Sage that says the probability of finding SCUs in that sector. So I can set this to a minimum threshold. And what that would do is if that scan after it will scan in one sector for 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes, if that minimum isn't met, it moves on to another sector. So I'll just
Wow.
leave that.
Very useful.
Yeah, yeah, hopefully. Yeah, it seems to be working out all right so far. And in order for that movement function to work, um, this checkbox needs to be checked as well. So that's the minimum to get scanning going, right? So I've selected scan, select the target, minimum probability, and then either check this or not. It's up to you. It also optionally supports warping. The default is to subwarp when it moves around, but if I checked this, it would use warping instead. So I can save that. Oh, yeah, see. Uh,
To put a shorter distance.
yeah, there we go. Because so what happened there is I did not fill in the starbase destination. So it defaults to 00, which was actually causing a bug earlier on, but that has since been fixed, I hope. So it calculates the distance between these 2 points, and it's supposed to act as like a failsafe so that you don't accidentally you don't typo coordinates and then end up trying to warp or subwarp all the way across the map. So it checks and makes sure that your fleet actually has enough fuel to go from point A to point B before it allows you to save. So anyway, I can save that, and then when I click start, my little status window over here, you'll see right now it won't do anything because it's actually docked. So in order for any of this to work, the fleet has to be the fleet that you want to control has to be idle. So it can't be docked, can't be mining, can't be crafting. Oh, fleets can't craft, but you get the point. So it has to be idle. So in order to actually initiate this and get the script to work properly with it, I would have to come back here and undock. And part of the reason that I didn't do that is because I don't think this this is a brand new account. Yeah, I don't have any fuel, so I can't undock. So apologies for that. Won't make for a great demonstration. But um, hopefully you can see here that my burner account is interacting with my main account. So I could, if this account were on a ledger, I could completely disconnect that ledger, put it in my safe or whatever you want to do with it, and not have to mess with it for purposes of this. So once I get my fleets idle and into a place where the script can pick it up, um, I would be good to go. So that's it for profiles. As far as the actual tool itself, some of the capabilities, I'll just kind of run through them real quick. So first I have a status window up here. This will give some high level information on what your fleets are doing. If you have a dozen fleets, they'll all be listed here. And the state changes between, in this case, this means it's docked. If it's scanning, it will show scanned with the last known probability. If it's mining, it'll show that it's mining with the timestamp for when it will be finished mining. If it's moving or warping, it'll show the estimated time for when the warp is finished. So the that's the status window there. We've got this surveillance feature that is actually, I mean, it's pretty helpful still, and I think it's pretty cool. But it's also mostly superseded by Evi's tool. I don't know if you get. Hopefully, you guys have all seen that one.
Yes.
Some
Yeah, we have it. We'll probably cover that one today as well.
awesome. Yeah. He's got a really cool tool, really cool website, and actually, we've got a little bit of integration that we're going to do. So he's, I think he already beat me to it, but he set it up so that you can export. So you can select you can select coordinates for your fleets on his map and then export it. So if you have a dozen different places and you want to send your fleets to all of those locations, you can export those locations, and then we're going to have an import function that will sit right here where you can import those locations so that the script will be able to tell the fleets that those are the new locations now. So it's kind of like a shortcut to configure here if you have a bunch of fleets and if you're using EVIs to identify prime locations for scanning or something like that. So as far as functionality, right? So that was the recon, or excuse me, surveillance. That's here. This just shows you how many fleets are currently in each of these locations. You can choose between 3x3, 5x5, or 7x7 squares, and it will query the blockchain and determine how many fleets are currently idle at each of these spots. So that was initially helpful for scanning, not so much now, but we plan to build on this later down the line. I think it will become relevant again when PvP becomes a thing. So that feature is there. Status I've covered already, and then the last thing is config. So the tool itself supports three different, I call them assignments, but yeah, three different assignments. It can scan, it can mine, and it can transport. So scanning is relatively self-explanatory. The loop is it will travel to the target destination. It will scan while it's there, and when it is out of toolkits, or in the case of the fleets that don't require toolkits, when the max cargo is getting close, if it's getting close to being filled, it will return to the starbase. When it returns to starbase, it unloads all of the toolkits. It resupplies it unloads all of the SDUs. It resupplies toolkits, resupplies fuel, and then flies back out to the target location. So that's the scanning loop. We've also got a mining loop, which supports mining in place. So in this case, right, I would just be mining at my CSS, and you would choose, I forget, CSS has hydrogen, I think. So you would mine at this location and dock for resupply at this location. So the mining loop is dock, fill fuel, fill ammo, undock, start mining. And then when the mining is complete, it will stop mining, dock, unload, reload, so on and so forth. So that's the mining loop. It also does support travel. That's also new in this version. So previously you could only mine and resupply at the same location, but now it can travel back and forth. And then the last one, and probably the most complicated to configure, is the transport. So this allows you to transport whatever resources, almost all resources. I don't have any crafted materials in here aside from R4, but you can transport those resources from one location to the other. And then you can also simultaneously transfer on the return trip, right? So like if I wanted to bring, I don't know, fuel out to my destination, and then and that destination, I don't know, say I was mining Arco, right? So I would bring fuel to the destination, and then on the return trip, it would bring back Arco. So hopefully that makes the transportation a little bit easier for everyone and a little bit more efficient, since you can sort of configure up to 4 resources in each direction. The
Okay, cool.
last piece is
Cool.
just an attempt, like a convenience feature. You can import and export your config. I know a lot of people have dozens of fleets, so it was pretty tedious. Every time I pushed out a new version, their config got wiped. So you can export this. The export is just a copy, right? Because it's just text. So you just copy it off to Notepad or whatever, and then you can import it here. The end. Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you, man. This
Thank you,
is
man.
lots of hard work certainly went to this, so congratulations for the tool.
Yeah.
Just a Sorry for this, but I have to give the disclaimer that none of this is endorsed or audited by the Atlas team. So if anyone wants to use the tool, use it at your own risk.
It,
But thank you, group, for presenting, my friend.
sure. And one thing that I do want to mention on that note, um, if anybody is interested in or curious in doing their own, I'm going to say audit, but it wouldn't really be an audit, right? But if anybody just kind of wants a walkthrough of the code, I'm happy to provide that. Just reach out to me through DM and we can hop on a share and kind of go through the code.
Nice.
Yep. Thank you all.
Good.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Now we also have builders, more builders here in this for this brew, and we'll have TH from Soe AR presenting a tool they have been working on also for Sage Labs. So TH, I invited you to stage. Let's see if he can join.
Yep,
Welcome.
here I am.
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh,
How are you guys? How is all? All properly?
yeah, all great, man.
Nice, nice. Well, first of all, thanks to Graph to sharing all this information, all this software. It's incredible, to be honest. I'm surprised. I mean, it's great, great to see the community creating in this line. Amazing, amazing.
Yeah, man.
Okay, from my side, so have been working in some tools that we are trying to finish and to bring here. And well, from our side, it's a teeny update. It's not too much, but it's practical. But I think that is going to be interesting for us. So in this line, with your permission, I will share my screen.
Please go ahead. I think you have push to talk also set up.
Yeah, I have it. I was trying to, to recharge and all at the same time. And yeah, with this push, it's not so easy for me.
Okay, great.
Okay, like our tool is a little extension that what do is to try to integrate and to allows the community to can share their creations into the extension and in this line into the labs. So our first objective is that the player have not to jump out from the main board or from the main page and can have all integrated. As you can know, we have created different tools that we integrate, like is the map, like the clock, like the crafting. And just now, we are working, or we had finished to update one of the things that we told in the past time, in the past moments.
Looking good, looking good.
So we have both. I mean, the integrated part and the outside part is so simple. Like make click twice in the button. The first one will make appear the integrated version. The second one will bring the pop-up page. Okay, and about the spaces, we have to do it in the outside window in the pop-up one about the bar and this stuff. So, in this line, we have update, we have simplificate and try to make it more nice to see and more practical. So the first thing that we do here is to copy the address of our wallet. If it wants to come, here we are. Sorry, I was speaking without press the. Sorry.
You have to remember how to talk.
Yeah. Okay. So I was saying that once that we have the wallet copied in our mouse, we only have to click into the Colibris symbol, and we'll bring from Colibris with page the fleets that we have organized there, that we had that we are managing there. So with this, we can easily select one of the fleets, this one, for example, the first one, and we can go to anywhere to see how is going to be arranged. What I mean with it is that, for example, if we click at here, we can see a little circle that is arranged. It means that in a visual way, you can see quickly until where you can go, where you cannot go, and which is the no back line or no return line. You know, this line that once that you cross it, you have not enough fuel to come back. So you will have to repose, you have to refuel in some sector or something like this. So just that you can take care about it. So like I was saying, I'm going to make in a cleaner place, for example, here. With this, you have the no back for warp. It means that once that you cross this circle, in this case, I think that I'm with a Unibomba, strange at me, a Unibomba. Okay. So that we have the no back warp, the here will appear the max warp, I mean the maximum range that I can do with my little Unibomba, and at, I will say as warp, the no back of warp. We can easily see that we had decided to don't put the fourth circle because it's easy to see that it's going to be the double, and also you see it when you are making the movement in the interface of Star Atlas of labs. So we thought that it was not necessary. We had simplified in this line. Okay, this one was one of the things that we say that we was going to do, and we did. And now we try to implement some more features, some more information. So once that Colibri is publishing a lot of dates about the lore, about ships, about techniques, a lot of information, we had bring for it. And what we decide is to just bring to the user the chance of the ability to can click in one of the resources, and in this, sorry, the control again, and in this line we can see for this specific resource how much munition, food, and time you are going to need if you are mining using this place with a richness of 1.5 and hardness of 1. In this line, we also see that our maximum cargo will be of 274, sorry. And it's our way to show or to bring a quickly information to the user, to the player. So without have to jump from one place to another place, they can see it quickly, how it's going to be or how much they need. Okay, these are two of the three features that I'm bringing today. I'm going to jump to the third one. I don't know if it's a question, if it's some curiosity, anything.
I'll let you know if I see anything in the chat. If anyone has any questions for TH on the tool he's building, please shoot it on the chat. I'll let you know if there's any question.
Yes, please hit me as strong as you can. Yeah, it's an honor. Okay, so I continue. The last but not least of the features that we had bring is that we had to add a feature in our extension what brings us the market. Here up in the right, we have little button what brings us the prices of the market. This line, yeah, darling, just a second. Thank you. So in this line, some values are not charged just now, but we have the prices of the market in a 5 minutes time window. I mean, every 5 minutes, this one is updated. We think that is enough accuracy, it's enough time to don't be too much and not too short. So the user can see what is the real price of the things that he is mining, crafting, whatever. So he can make a brainstorm idea about how much is going to be if he sells, if he's going to buy. Also, we have that a little feature here that is a little arrow and a percentage. The meanings of this is that if the arrow is up and is black, we are speaking about the A, is the price of Star Atlas is going to be better sale than the dollars ones. How we know it? Because it's going to be around 1%. Like we can see all the prices are really fighting. We can say adjusted. It's not so much difference, but we can find sometimes, for example, in a golden ticket, that in this case the price is going to be better for $1. Sorry, I'm going to scroll up. Yeah, use this better. The price is going to be better at dollars with a better profit of near 12%. So in a quick eye hit, the user can see what is the price of what he's producing and in which coin is going to be better or could be better for him to sell, just like a option.
This is very cool, man. So basically allows someone who is playing Sage Labs to see the how the market is looking like pretty much in real time. You said it updates every 5 minutes.
Correct? Yep.
Okay, so updating every 5 minutes how the overall resources market and crafting markets are looking like, right? All in the same place. And if you click in there, it redirects you to the
Exact.
to the market, right? Nice, nice.
It bring yeah, and directly you can click and create your order to sell or to buy whatever. It brings you directly to the resource. You have not to be looking for no. You have click and here we can. So here you can put your order or accept the order or how you better see.
Yeah.
So these three are the maximum features. Also, we have improved some little bugs that we have found. For example, we had a little bug in the math of the toolkit in our craftings. In this case, it's for the redemption, but yeah, it was a little error. The toolkit was not integrated, so we had to fix this one and another pair of details, visual details. And well, the for us the point is that all of this is going to be launched in the next version. What is going to be if all goes properly? If all goes properly, we hope that this one is going to come in. I will use your expression 4 to 6 days or less. We really hope to launch it really quickly because it's done. So it's the last details and we are making ready another tools that we are not ready to say when are going to go out, but well, you can see a little advance of how we are working, how is our idea to work. And more or less, this is all. I don't know, any question, commentaries, all is appreciated.
I see a couple. I see a couple suggestions. Group Tag June said, "Do you have a section to show the mining coast example fuel to get their ammo food? If not, that will be an incredible addition to tie all the pieces together." Suggestion from Groove.
Okay, I don't know if I had catch it properly. The suggestion is to bring a calcul of how much full you need to achieve to arrive the main place, I guess.
Yeah, the full cost for mining
Hmm.
in that place, basically.
With a transport included. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, we are implementing this one. Our problem was how to say that first your origin sector is this one or is the other one. We was going to take in the Colibris style the CSS like origin, but we see that could be that the people is making in another areas because it's some kind of strategies that we are seeing there. So this is the unique reason why it's not put in the origin yet. But yes, thank you for the suggestion.
Awesome. A couple of people also said that the tool is awesome. Wicked tool. Best community so far. It's a very nice tool and well done, friend. Thank you for your efforts. Um, Des says a suggestion would be to add the quantity available at the price and or set a minimum for it to aggregate and average the price. Example
Okay.
of minimum of quantity for each resource is 10k units, so it's realistic. in the price that is in there.
Hmm. Hmm. Totally true. Yep. I take note. I take note about it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank
Yeah.
you, PH. Thank you for building for this Atlas community, man.
Yeah, thank
Thank,
you, man.
So,
Looks great.
thanks to you.
yes,
Thanks to you for all the efforts that you are doing and for sharing food with us. Thank you very much.
thank you, bro.
Thank you, man. Yep, yep. Very nice tool by TH. I think now we have also AFIA. They wanted to update on what they have been working on. So, um, Funcracker, welcome to the stage. I think I just accepted you. Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Can you guys understand me? Is my audio working?
Can we understand? I love
Yep.
that. How you doing, Ronald?
Okay, I agree. Those are two different questions. Can you hear me? And do you understand what I am telling
Can
you?
understand. We can hear
Good
and
stuff. Good stuff.
As far as I
Thanks
can
for
tell, I
having
still
me.
understand English today, which is great.
Good stuff. Thanks for having me. Major kudos to the previous two speakers. Really, really great tools. Really love to see what the community is building, and yeah, I'm happy that you guys gave me some time to talk about something completely different. So let me just kick things off. I'll try to keep it. Well, actually, I will keep it very brief. I think most of you, since you're all enthusiasts, have read the recent article posted by Jose concerning, of course, the 100-year anniversary of the Treaty of Peace or the signing of the Treaty of Peace. Great story. And we have embraced that in a short story writing competition. So perhaps for those who have been around for a while, I would say like 2 years ago, we created a little bit of a reputation for ourselves around story writing and running story writing competitions. However, the last one of these has been well over a year. So yeah, we figured it's time to organize a new story writing competition for the whole community, of course, especially in this nice Christmas period. And what better theme to write about than about the peace between our factions? People banter back and forth, of course, the whole year, trying to rile people up. But this seems like an appropriate moment in time to instead focus on the wonderful things that came from this century of peace. So, yeah, without further ado, let me just share a link briefly with all of you. It's a quite lengthy article, but it has all the details. To keep it very short, the reason why we announce it now, not all the details are super finalized, but we want to, of course, give people time to actually start writing. The deadline is the December 24th. And in short, prizes will partially be coming from the team. Very thankful for that. Even perhaps more important is that judging of the stories will be done in round 2 by Jose and 2 of his colleagues, while there will be a round before that where the community gets to vote in order to narrow the list and make sure that the team is not spending days and days just reading through all the stories. We'll make a short list of the top community voted stories, like we also did in the past, and hand that off to the team most likely January 8th. Which means there's like 2 weeks roughly for the community to vote. And there's 3 weeks, something like that, a little bit more, to write the actual story. That's pretty cool. The downside is, I hope it's not too big of a downside, but you will have to join our Discord because that is where the channels are to both talk about it and also to link your submission. So you can either write, if it's a short enough story, you can basically plug it straight up into a Discord post. If not, then you can use a platform like Medium or anything else and simply place a link. And then the reason why we need that is because that's where people can then, with their hearts, vote for the stories. And yeah, we hope everybody, there's no strings attached. You can leave a server afterwards if you want, no issue. But yeah, it is okay with doing that. You don't have to join AFIA, you just have to join the Discord server. The article explains, but hopefully that's okay. We looked into different things, but we simply found this the best solution to get community voting in there as well. So, all right. That's the thing. Of course, besides cool prizes from the team, we are also doing our bit here. We are going to give away a number of our ELF NFTs to the top 3. And well, kind of speaking of that is probably a very good segue into the second part, what I wanted to talk about. Going on a monologue, can people still follow what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cool. All right, I'm going quite fast, but I feel people want to also do other stuff. So, very briefly, we've been here in the past. Not everybody equally happy, so I'll keep it very short. But we are minting our own Elf NFT collection, which is Star Atlas inspired. And not only that, it is also making sure that Atlas reaches venues outside of the Star Atlas ecosystem to also bring the gospel of Star Atlas. Currently sold a little bit over 1,000 of the 2222 that will be in total circulation after mint. If anybody here is just interested, join the Discord. You can get information. Reach out to me. You can get more information. All good and well. But more importantly, I'm here because, as is not super uncommon in NFT projects, we have a few honorary one-of-ones that we are going to mint officially right after the mint date, but that I wanted to come on here briefly to hand out because there are two of those specifically for the Star Atlas team. And the very first is this one I'm posting right now, which is for our community director, Stanti.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wow,
man.
that looks so good.
thank you, man.
Thanks a ton for everything you did for us. So yeah, I mean, downside honorary NFTs, they have no straight utility or value, but nonetheless, it's a one of one. We'll make sure you get, of course, the actual minted one, as I mentioned, as soon as the mint is done. But feel free to do with it what you want. And thanks for everything you have been doing since the very beginning of this community. So well deserved, of course.
Appreciate that a
And
lot,
then the
man.
second. Yeah, well, happy to hear, and we appreciate you, so that's why. Second, and let me, before I post the second one, do mention that artwork has been designed by Brutus, one of our Avians, super talented artist, and he spent a whole bunch of time to make some cool one-of-ones for you guys, so major shout out to him. But lastly, of course, can't really do it anything anyway different. We have one from Michael. I don't think Michael is currently in the audience, but nonetheless, figured this is an appropriate moment to also share that one. So there is this one, and I'll make sure to reach out through DM as well to him to actually
Like
Man,
Michael,
look at
bro.
the hair, bro.
Dude, that is
He's like
My
Michael, bro.
God.
right. Is
No
that
way,
awesome?
Oh
bro.
my gosh, that's so funny.
That is awesome, right? Cool. So yeah, that's like I said, I keep it short. That's everything I have. Thanks a bunch for having me. If there's any questions about the story writing or, well, I mean, let's do elf questions not here, but again, go to me, go our Discord. But if there's any question about the story writing competition, of course, I'm here. Do read the article, and love to get to see what people are going to write this holiday season.
Thank you, man. Thank you for sharing all the
Thank you,
updates.
Ronald. Epic
You're
update.
most
Thank you,
welcome.
brother.
The first question, agents follows. I'll reach out through DM.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I'm screen sharing the Michael
Man,
NFT, bro.
bro, this is too much for me, bro.
He
Look at the
looks like
smile. Look at the smile, bro. Look at the smile, bro.
My
how can
Right,
you make
God.
right.
a Toogie? How can you make a Toogie look like Michael, man?
Oh,
Oh
Jesus.
man, this is
This is the
hilarious.
funniest
I'm
thing I've
literally
ever
crying
seen.
here.
Oh man, I love
Well,
it.
I'm,
I
I'm
love
glad I like it. So yeah, I hope Michael thinks the same, but we'll see. We'll see.
it. Super cool, man. Thank you for sharing. Uh, awesome.
I
Yeah,
think it's
thanks for
the
having me. And
smirk.
yeah,
It's the little
the
smirk
smirk,
that
right?
gets me, dude. Because
Smirk,
Michael's
the
such a
hair,
troll.
the headset. Yeah,
The
good stuff.
headset. The headset as well.
Oh my! This is perfect. Yep. Yeah.
It's awesome, man. It's awesome. Super cool.
Cool. Well, thanks for having me. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank
See
you,
you,
man.
Ronald. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks. Bye.
Cool. So we had before we close, we had another couple cool things that we wanted to show um of community created projects. I will screen share One of them that I'm sure people already know about this one, but I will screen share it here. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Cool. So this is Evi. They created Rising Sun is the username of the person who created this website, and it's basically the Galia expands, and it has different configurations that you can use to visualize whatever you want to see. In this case, he created this part, which is you can see the latest SDU probabilities. So you can see wherever you are in the map, what's the probability of finding SDUs in here. So super cool tool, and we wanted to give it a shout out because we know that also some of these projects are running into costs as well, because you have to basically get data from the blockchain all the time, uh, and that getting that data is expensive. So major kudos to Evi for putting this together in this map. And so guys, you can go and check it out. I'll link it in the chat. I know they also have a donation link, and you can use their Starpath code as well. So you can support them, because I know that they are running into costs for hosting these websites. So wanted to give a shout out here. And I think Groove, are you? I think Groove said that their project is even taking data from this page to to automate some things. So that is pretty cool as well to see the collaboration. So yeah, you guys can go and check it out. I posted the link in the Atlas Amphitheater chat. Uh, And another tool, well, not a tool, but a project that we wanted to highlight is Atlas Grace. They just hit a huge milestone. If you don't know what Atlas Grace is, it's a project being run by Archetype. And basically, what they do is they compound the earnings in Star Atlas, and then they donate every month. I think 50% they reinvest, and the other 50% they donate to a charity that the community can choose by themselves just by voting on their Twitter profile. And they reached the milestone of 7,000 polis locked. So congratulations to Atlas Grace. And if you guys want to be part of Atlas Grace, I think they can donate as well to atlasgrace.sol. So in case you want to get involved. It's one of the most beautiful initiatives in the Star
Yeah,
Atlas
man.
community.
This makes me feel good having this kind of project in Star Atlas. Bro, it really makes my day.
Yep,
Yep.
yep, yep. I think we also had updates from Galia merchants as well. They created a video that they wanted us to share. Let me actually screen share it here really quickly. They have a Cyber Monday promotion running. So they sent this over because they couldn't make it to this brew, but wanted us to share it for them. So let me know if you guys can see it. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Bro.
Look at the sand. The sand notebook, bro. Very nice. I just want to see
Bro.
this one again.
Bro. Look at my boy's hand, man. Looking clean, man.
Yeah,
Damn,
yeah,
sand
yeah,
looks
yeah.
good.
That's
And
for the
I,
notebook for sure.
I actually bought one of their t-shirts last week saying blessed by Iris, protected by the cosmic currents. I love it. Should be here
Yeah,
soon.
yeah. Let me drop the link to the Galia merchants in case you guys want to purchase from their store. Just posted the link on the chat. and use the code. What was the code? Pew Pew 20. You use that code, and I think you get a discount for Cyber Monday. So I appreciate our friends from Galia Merchants for putting together all this very cool Star Atlas merch. And with that, I think we conclude our round of community updates for the day. As always, the objective of these brews, they happen every month at the end of the month. It's the last brew of the month. And the objective is just for the community to be able to come here and share what they have been working on. And the only thing you have to do is just message me or Dom, and we will be able to get you in here on stage. Um, Literally, the objective of this is, again, for the community to be able to share the cool things they have been working on. And so don't hesitate to reach out if you're building something for Star Atlas and the community. With that said, anything else before we close, Jose or Dom?
No, just thank you to all the builders continuing to build in the Star Atlas ecosystem. You guys are a major part of what makes Star Atlas so unique and killer, and we just sincerely appreciate it from everyone at the team.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you guys. Always a pleasure to watch your development. It makes me super proud seeing all those products coming to life.
Yep. It's incredible to have this community of builders. I think it's one of the key areas that sets Star Atlas apart from other projects. I may be a little bit biased here, but the Star Atlas community is definitely one of the best in the world. So yeah, we'll see you also at the next brew, which is about economics. We'll have a Chris and probably Gareth as well from our econ team joining next week. So I just posted the link also on the Atlas Brew chat. Sorry, here in the amphitheater chat. So make sure to mark it as interested so you can come and join and get the updates, what's going on in this Atlas economy from our experts. Also, this Friday, we have the Golden Carnival number 5, where we check what's going on with the Golden Ticket event live all together. And sometimes we have the winners in there as well. And probably next week, also in the Golden Carnival number 6, we'll be deciding what are the prices for week 8. As you know, that's the community vote week. So it's important for us to get together and decide what we want to have on that weekly price. This said, thank you everyone for joining the Atlas Brew number 90. And thanks to all the builders that keep building on top of Star Atlas. We love you, and we'll see you next week. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao!
Arrivederci.